So you think you know American military history? Let me stop you right there. Because what they taught you in school was basically a highlight reel with the embarrassing parts edited out, the boring parts stretched to fill an entire semester, and enough flag waving to make your eyes water. Welcome to the Republic Stoic, a series where we drag American conflict kicking and screaming into the harsh light of honest examination. Today, we are starting at the very beginning, covering the war that started it all, the Revolutionary War, which I have personally titled, "Fine, We'll Do It Ourselves." Let's set the scene. The year is 1775, and the American colonies are absolutely fuming. Not because of tyranny in any grand philosophical sense, at least not initially. No, the real inciting incident was far more relatable. Taxes. Specifically, taxes on things that colonial Americans considered non-negotiable life essentials. Tea. Stamps. The audacity of a distant government assuming it could reach into your pocket without giving you a seat at the table first. Sound familiar? It should. Humanity has been having this exact argument since someone first decided to charge a toll on a road. Now, here is where the satire kicks in, and I want you to really sit with this. The American Revolution was, at its core, the world's most successful, messy divorce. Britain was the parent who controlled the money, made all the rules, and frankly got a little too comfortable, assuming the colonies would just go along with whatever was decided in a room they were not allowed to enter. The colonies were the teenager who had been doing their own laundry, cooking their own food, and building their own economy for a century and a half. The breakup was inevitable. What nobody predicted was that the teenager would win the custody battle. Enter George Washington. And look, I need to be honest with you about Washington, because the mythology around this man has reached genuinely unhinged proportions. He was not a naturally gifted battlefield tactician. He lost more battles than he won in the early years. His army was perpetually underfunded, underfed, and underclothed. Valley Forge was not a montage of gritty determination set to inspiring music. It was thousands of men slowly freezing and starving while Congress argued about logistics. Washington's actual genius was something far less cinematic than battlefield brilliance. He was extraordinarily good at not quitting. He kept an army that had every logical reason to dissolve from simply dissolving. That is genuinely underrated as a military skill. The war itself lasted 8 years. 8 years. That is longer than most modern attention spans can even conceptualize. The colonists were outgunned, outmanned, and operating without a coherent national government for most of it. The Continental Congress was essentially a group chat with no admin controls where everyone had opinions and nobody could enforce anything. The miracle of the revolution is not that America won. The miracle is that the whole endeavor did not collapse from internal chaos before Britain even had to show up in force. And then there is the French factor, which American mythology tends to downplay with breathtaking audacity. France essentially bankrolled the revolution. French loans, French weapons, French naval power, and eventually French troops helped tip the balance at Yorktown, the decisive engagement that ended British military ambitions in the colonies. America won its independence with significant European assistance, which makes the subsequent 2.5 centuries of exceptionalist chest-thumping carry a certain ironic weight worth acknowledging. So, what do we actually take away from this? The American Revolution established several patterns that would repeat throughout American military history. An initial period of chaos and unpreparedness. Leaders who succeeded through stubbornness more than strategic brilliance. essential foreign assistance that gets quietly footnoted later, and a final victory that gets retrospectively reframed as inevitable destiny rather than the genuinely close-run thing it actually was. The colonies got the house, the car, the dog, and the deed. Britain eventually recovered and remained a world power for another century and a half. And America spent the next 250 years simultaneously celebrating its independence from Britain, while also complaining that British cooking ruined everything and somehow never acknowledging that American barbecue exists specifically because of cultural mixing the original founders never anticipated. Episode 1. Done. We are just getting started. This series has 19 more stops on this tour through American military history, and I promise you none of them are going to be as clean or flattering as the textbook suggested. If you want to keep riding, hit that subscribe button right now so you do not miss a single episode. Like this video if it made you think, share it with someone who needs a reality check on their history, and drop a comment below telling me which conflict you are most excited to see covered next. I will see you in the next episode.